Welcome to the final part of MTV Sports Skateboarding. This time we're doing Stunt Mode and we're getting the rest of the unlockables. Even though I've said never got the rest of the unlockables before. And I still haven't. But there's a reason for this, and we will get to that reason after Stunt Mode. So first of all, Stunt Mode is really shitty. I'm gonna go through all the boards because I, didn't really check the boards last time. And I don't even know what unlock that was from last time. So, yeah, we're just going to skip through this and essentially just get straight into Mac Ramp. All of Stunt Mode fucking things, they are all their own unique things. They are all essentially downhill tracks. They only exist in Stunt Mode. You cannot play these in any other mode. And the whole point of them is to get a certain amount of score before you reach the end of the finish line. If you bail at any point, you get reset to the start. And basically, when you do that and you bail and you reset, it resets the time as well. I didn't notice that. I just kept restarting by myself. It's faster that way anyway. But, yeah. You start off here with Mac Ramp. You have a very thin fucking platform to really, jump off of and even land on afterwards. It's a big jump. And, yeah. The ground tricks are finicky as fuck, and I'm going to be showing every attempt with this first one. Trying to do grabs and flips and shit off of the ground is just as annoying as it is on the vert ramps, except this time it's worse because you have to do it after you jump. If you don't, the tricks don't fucking work, and that really sucks, especially when you're trying to do a grab right off this jump and you time it just a bit too early to where the game isn't going to register any grabs. And also, you keep veering about a lot, so, you got that issue going on when you're trying to go for this fucking jump, and as soon as you go around to that jump there, it veers you to the fucking right. That's kind of shitty. I'm also going to beat all the high scores of this one. And by the way, some of these tracks here, some of these maps are literally just repeats, but they're quote-unquote harder versions. Like, Skate Street here, or Stunt Street, or whatever. This next level, this just has 3 versions of itself, and they're all in the same line right now. You got this level right now, and then you get, like, Bigger Street, and then Hard Street. And they're all just harder versions of this. And all this is a street area leading to a jump off a kicker over a pit. Bigger Street is just that, but with a rail in the middle of it. It's a bigger jump, you have to get the rail there. The rail is not in the middle, however. It's really awkward. And you might think it's in the middle. You might think that it's placed for you to hit the middle of it and then grind from. No, it is veered a bit more to the left. You have to jump a bit more to the left to get that grind. If you go straight on for the middle, you are always going to miss it. It's so fucking deceptive and dumb. I hate it. And Hard Street is just the same shit, except there's more pits later on, and it's just more grind shit. And it fucking sucks. So, yeah. And after that, then you get into a over the flyover thing, which you just do a big jump over a bridge, and even that one gets appeared later on. And while these ones get unique names, the next one after that is just called Over the Flyover 2. And I don't even get over the flyover 2 until you actually get another unique level, in which there are only 3 unique levels. It's the first one, it's the one after Hard Street, and it's the last level. In case you're wondering, we are looking at about 9 levels in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 levels in fucking total. You can complete this in 10 minutes. A speedrun was done of this, and it was at like fucking 5 minutes. This is the shortest mode in the entire game. And it fucking sucks. It legitimately fucking sucks. And quite frankly, I don't like this mode. I don't like how shitty and finicky it is. And not only that, but when you go back into it, you're thinking that, all of a sudden, the score is now increased. When you go back into these, the score has increased. And you're probably thinking, oh, that must be a requirement. Once you beat it the first time, you don't have to go back and do it over and over again to do more scores. And, eventually it'll give you more unlockables, like a harder version of what you're already doing. You're probably thinking that, and that would be a smart way of thinking of things, It's not correct, because it's increasing with a random number generator. The numbers you get are random. The scores you have to beat are random after the first go. They're never going to be the same, and they're never even going to have any more unlockables after that. Doing stunt mode any further than the first go is pointless. And eventually it will grow to a point where it becomes impossible, because the scores become impossible to beat. So, yeah, it just gets really fucking stupid. Anyway, Bridger is the next one that's unique, and it is also buggy. It works for me completely fine for the most part in this run, but for every run afterwards for me, and probably any run for you, a lot of the rails just don't work, where you get bumped off the rails. And at the last one, you don't want that. Because if you get bumped off that fucking rail instead of grinding it the whole way proper and then making the jump for it, you are legitimately not going to make the gap. It's just going to fuck you that way. And that goes for all the rails around that area, essentially. So, with that area, it literally makes this an absolute pain in the ass. It is just a buggy piece of shit. But I got it just fine here, which I'm glad about. After that, we get Over the Flyover 2, see? Or there's the harder version of Over the Flyover 1. And then after that, we get Vert Madness, which is the final level. It's the biggest level, of the mode at least. It also has the biggest score, at least 50,000 points. You have two verts in front of you, like right next to you essentially. Use those to get your points immediately. And then deal with the fucking course, because the course fucking sucks. It utilizes big transfers. And I'm telling you this right now, you don't need those transfers. You really don't. Except for the last one. You have to use the transfers for the last one. And it really fucking bites. And you're about to see why. Because Vert Madness is the hardest level of the stunt mode. And it's just not a fun one, because we already know how bad the verts are in this game. We already know how fucked they are in this game. And they want you to use those for transfers, which is already fucked. I've already made my fucking point on how bad transfers are in this game, and they want you to use transfers to get through this one. So yeah, I had to get used to transferring for this. Most people would not beat Vert Madness because the game cannot do vert ramps well. It can't do transfers well. At all. But I had to suffer to make this happen, so you're fucking welcome. Just skip these by doing this first off, and then you have to do verts from here on out. So vert up there, which is an easy one, it's all together. Then, jump and make sure you line this up just right to get this grind over to your very left. It's a shitty grind, honestly. Its positioning is really bullshit. After that, jump across from there, no transfer needed, and then start growing up your speed from these verts here for this transfer. It's a giant transfer, and if you even move a bit to the right to straighten yourself up, the game is gonna fucking throw you all the way into the pit. You have to either not touch it or hit left a bit. Like that. I nearly fucked myself. Don't fuck yourself. And after that, transfer off this vert here, not the other one, you'll bail otherwise, but this one, even though you can barely see the vert ramp over there, and you get to the finish line over there and you're done. And that's it. And for being all the stunt tracks, you do get something for it, you do get a track, you do get a fucking board, 16 Skull 2000, and you do get Mad Mike Hooligan. The track is called Cutting Stunts, and it is the worst and smallest map in the game. It has nothing. It literally has nothing. It is literally just a box with vert ramps everywhere. It has like 2 grinds, and then it's just a shit ton of verts, and it's a box. And there's barely anything else to look at. It's a nothing fucking map, and it sucks. And really, also, Mad Mike Hooligan, good at everything, like perfect at everything really, except acceleration, which he is good at. The thing is, at this point, I don't know what to do. I can do high score in survival mode, which I will show up survival mode at least. You've already seen high score though, with the fucking lifestyle mode at least. It's anything I've done with the high scores there, they stay with the fucking high score mode there. And any tracks that I had done in MTV Hunt, I can do in high score mode, and they're all the same score, 200,000 points. They're all the same shit. Same for all the unlockable tracks here as well. They're all the same shit, all 200,000 points, all the same sort of thing we do. But yeah, cutting stunts, it's just a small area for a whole bunch of vert ramps and like 2 grind spots, and it's a bunch of transfer spots, and it's like 2 vert ramps that just have a curve up to a fucking wall, a roof area, and you'll always bail on those, and it's just a really shit map that's not fun, and it's just... They have maps that are too big for their own good, and they also have maps that are too small for their own good. It's just bad. It's just all overall bad. But then comes the unlockables. And I've bitched about the unlockables because I've never been able to get everything in them. And you know what? I found out why. In fact, recently I got the remaining unlockables that this game even has that you can actually get. Because, thanks to Ironhawk from, you know, the THPSGoat crew, I have been able to get the PC version, at least the files for it, of this game. And I was able to look into it, and I found some, you know, text files that essentially had all of the text, and basically all the menu text and such, for this game, for the PC version. And it showed all the unlockables. It showed all the text for unlocking skaters and such. The skater we're missing is Old Man Tom. The level we're missing is San Francisco. That character and that level are not listed in the unlockables. In fact, they didn't even program a way to unlock the character or the level. Which means that it is impossible to unlock them without a cheat code. And the cheat code, the only one, is unlock everything. And unlock everything doesn't even unlock everything, because I found out that there are 5 more outfits that are completely unused. Outfits 26 to 30. Unlock everything cheat does not unlock those. The textures are there, but you can't get them. They're impossible. They're not even in the game, really. But yeah, you can't unlock the final level and the final skater outside of a cheat code. So, because of that, high score in survival mode is also impossible to 100% because you need San Francisco. And I bet you anything you would have gotten all of those shit tons of boards we'll be seeing later on. But those are only cheat code now too, because you can't complete survival in high score mode 100% because you can't get San Francisco, which you fucking need. So, that's great. So, high score and survival mode gives you nothing beating all the high scores for that. Great. But don't worry, because I'm going to show the unlockables and everything else. For instance, you want to know how to get bones? Because no one fucking else knew how to get bones. Well, I'll tell you how you get bones. So first, let me go ahead and show you the high score thing, which did all the high scores, and on a stream, I did all the survival shit. And I even went through and did lifestyle mode of all the skaters. And I even went through and did MTV Hunt all the way through 5 times. I did the fucking stunt mode 10 times all the way through, all the fucking levels, all the scores for that shit. I even show how artificial and fucking bullshit the score thing is. But yeah, you beat lifestyle mode twice, however. You beat it a second time, and you unlock bones and the porn star skater and outfit 23. The porn star skater board, and you get bones. No level, you get a skater though. Nowhere is it listed that you can unlock this from doing lifestyle mode again. In fact, not even Ironhawk knew about this. No one knew about this. No one went through lifestyle mode a second time to know this. Oh, but someone did go through MTV Hunt and got all the boards and shit for that one to get another unlockable, which, for some fucking reason, this game does not give you that unlockable until you go back into MTV Hunt mode and do it again. Do A levels again and complete it, and then it gives you unlockable. It never gives you the fucking lockable, like, on the same unlockable as you beat MTV Hunt mode. The one for getting all the board pieces in MTV Hunt mode, you have to go back into MTV Hunt mode and do a random level in that and beat that in order to then unlock the unlockable for getting all the fucking boards in MTV Hunt mode. That is fucking shit. And you know what else is fucking shit? MTV Stadium. Because in order to get a board and an outfit, you have to not only beat MTV Stadium and get Lifestyle complete, you then have to retry and beat it again after that retry to then get the outfit and the board. And then Lifestyle mode bugs up. Then it starts breaking. But right now I'm going to be, going through survival mode. I'm going to show survival mode bones here. And all survival mode is that in A level, I'm going to use the low grav level, Lunar Eclipse or whatever for this one. Lunar Escape, I mean. I'm going to be using this level because it has low grav, and it will really showcase how much time you get back when you do tricks. Because you start 30 seconds, and the high score is 15 minutes. You get more time from doing tricks. The lowest is 1 second, and the highest is usually gone from grabs. If you want to actually make this happen, you want to use grabs and spins as much as possible. And the thing is, if you don't do the same trick for about 10, 15 tricks or so, the score resets. If you do the same trick again and again, the score will eventually go down to 1, no matter what. But if you don't do the trick after a while, after you do a few other tricks, and then you go back to it, it resets that score, and you can get that maximum again. And the thing is, with low grav here, you can get from upwards of 70 to 100 seconds from doing this shit with the low grav. On normal things, you can get up to like 50 to 60 seconds, like 40, 50 seconds. Like that's the maximum you can really get to on any other track with this shit. On here though, 100 seconds. You can get up to there. But here's the big issue. It's 15 minutes we have to beat. And you can't end the run. If you quit out of this, your score is not saved. You have to wait for the timer to end. And the thing is, if you do any tricks, any spins, it adds a second or more to your timer. And sure, it's a second, but even 1 second and continuously getting that is elongating your time in the level. Basically, in order for you to actually end this shit and be able to count your fucking time, your best score, and beat the high score, you have to do absolutely nothing until time runs out. Which means that if you're like me and you get a total of about 13 to 15 minutes left, or even more than that, you have to wait on all of that. You have to wait for a quarter of an hour on every fucking map. You're gonna spend hours on survival mode because of that. And I bet you anything, if you could unlock San Francisco, you would unlock stuff from beating all the high scores all of these times. Same thing for beating all the high scores in high score mode. But you can't unlock San Francisco without using the cheats. And that's just really fucking shit. So, because of that, we don't get to, you know, unlock any further after that, really. I'm gonna show the unlockable skater that bugged out here, and I'm gonna show the unlockable I get that bugs out lifestyle mode. And that's it. That's all the unlockables. And also this jump, you have to get all that speed and then you can make these jumps. Otherwise, these are impossible. You need to get all that speed from the ramps in order to make those jumps. Those jumps are absolute bastards. So yeah, there you go for that. But yeah, ultimately, I have to, you know, really say this right now. This game might be worse than Gravity Games Bike. It has all of the same issues that Gravity Games Bike has. It really does. But it's also unfinished. It's also broken. There are levels, skaters, boards, even outfits that are either not possible to unlock without a cheat code or aren't even in the game, but the files exist. It is legitimately impossible to 100% this fucking game. It is not possible at all to 100% this fucking game. And in fact, it's in the same way that I'm gonna mark 100% for Fug fucking 1 on GBA when it came to those gaps. Because those things are impossible to get normally, and you need a cheat code for that shit, what I end up getting here is the 100% that is possible for this game. So everything that you're seeing right here, after all of my efforts, all the unlocks you'll be seeing right here in this part and such, these are all the unlocks that are possible in this game. This entire Let's Play. This is an 100% Let's Play of MTV Sports Skateboarding. Because Dark Matter, the developers of this fucking game, did not finish this fucking game. I'm going to skip the 14 minutes for you, so you don't have to wait any more of this fucking bullshit. So, here you go. Sorry. There we go. Third time's the charm. So, yeah, survival mode, it exists, it sucks, there's no point to it. High score mode, it's 200,000 points every time, it sucks, there's no point to it. It's all because you can't get San Fran. But we'll be going through San Fran after we use the password cheat. But first, here is me unlocking the skater that apparently just wouldn't unlock it all the first time on MTV Hunt mode. I had to go for this level again. And once I did, I then got MTV Hunt complete again. All of a sudden, I only just chose a random level here and I just got that all of a sudden. And then I finally get the unlockable. And that unlockable has max stats and everything. Teddy Bear, a living teddy bear. He has the THQ board, and he has Outfit 25, which is the final outfit that we can get, even though there are 5 more, but they're not in the fucking game. So Outfit 25 is the actual last one that we can possibly get. So, yeah. I'm going to show Outfit 25 now. And after that, I'm going to get Outfit 21, the final outfit. And I'm going to get the MTV board. And that is everything. I'm not joking. That will legitimately be everything. I'm not talking about Teddy Bear either. Teddy Bear is the best skater in this fucking game. There's THQ board. It's kind of neat. But yeah, Teddy Bear is the best. He has max stats in fucking everything. He beats out all the other skaters in this game. Even the one we're missing, Old Man Tom. He has worse stats than the fucking bear. So, you know, that's great. That's fine. So here you go. I'm gonna show off the fucker through high score mode here. Let's see him. He should be over to the left here from Bob Derek. Well, after, yeah, Mad Mike here. There you go, look at that. Max stats and everything. He is the best skater. And now, here is me completing the fucking oh wait, let's make completing the stunt shit again and showing the increase in score, which you saw was 65,000 points here now. I kept repeating here over and over and over again, and the scores kept increasing in really dumb and weird amounts. And the thing is, it never ended. It kept going, and going, and going. And I did a thing where I save stated, I got a few points, and I went back and did them again. The scores changed every time. So the score's never the same, they are randomly generated, they are not placed in themselves. So, yeah, there's no point in me doing what I'm doing here. But you can do this shit. And if you beat this score here, if you do actually beat the score you're seeing right now on the bottom right, you can then come back here, like just quit, and then come back to Mac Ramp right after, and the score will increase. What will it increase to for me? You're about to find out right now, as it's now this much score. And the thing is, it can increase from just 100 points to 5,000 like that. It's completely random on how much it increases by. But you beat that, and then it increases again. And you beat this score, and it increases again. And again, and again, and again, and again. It never ends. There's no points. Once you beat Stunt Mode one time, that's all you need to worry about for. There's no unlockables for this shit. There's no point. But there is an unlockable for beating Lifestyle Mode and then retrying on MTV Stadium after you beat it, and then beating MTV Stadium again, in which not only do you get the final outfit, Outfit 21, and the MTV board, you also skip the first fucking map of the game and go to Hovis Plant. And if you actually retry from here and do it again, you skip Hovis Plant and go to Flyover. It bugs the fuck out here. For no good fucking reason. It's so fucking dumb. So yeah, here's Outfit 21. Different brand, but it's literally just Outfit 22. It's the same fucking texture for everyone. Outfit 21 is just Outfit 22. Why? Fucking why? And there's the MTV board, which is okay, I guess. But yeah, it's impossible to get everything else normally. So, we are now going to use the password cheat, which all we gotta do is go into any mode where we can put our name in and make our name PASWRD. Once you put that in, you unlock Old Man Tom, you unlock San Francisco, you unlock the rest of the boards, but we already got all the outfits. Outfit 36 to 30 doesn't exist, so those outfits, they aren't in the fucking game. And I show off that outfit bullshit, but yeah, like, seriously, there's no point. But, I am going to show off all the boards, which there is a lot of boards from World Industries that you can only get from using this cheat code. I am 100% positive you get the World Industry boards from doing the high scores and survival mode, But because San Francisco isn't unlockable, and Old Man Tom isn't either, as you can tell, he's a goofy fucking character. But because of all of that, these World Industries boards, even though they're pretty neat, are impossible to get without this cheat code. And that's it. That is all the boards in the game. I'm not joking. So, now I'm going to show San Francisco, which, again, you can only get from using this cheat code, because there is no unlockable requirement in the fucking game for it. They didn't care, they didn't bother. And yeah, after that, that's it. I'm going to use the MTV board, because it's one unlocked. And here you go, everybody. San Francisco. It's a downhill level. Which means it would have made sense for us to unlock it from Stunt Mode. Considering we beat, Lifestyle Mode twice, could have gotten that done twice. Or, we could have unlocked this from being all the characters of Lifestyle Mode. I did all of that. I did everything. And I only just found out today that after all of my efforts, even after beating Lifestyle Mode with all 10 out of 10s, I have a whole hour recording of me doing that. But even of me beating every single fucking level in Lifestyle Mode with all 10s, nothing less, there was no point. I got nothing out of it. So yeah. And after looking into the fucking code, essentially, after looking into the requirement text that's out in the open in the files of the PC version and such, they never programmed in the fucking level. They never even programmed, they didn't even put in a fucking screen for Old Man Tom here for his unlockable. It doesn't exist. So, yeah. It is legitimately impossible to unlock this character, to unlock all the World Industry boards, and to even unlock San Francisco without the cheat code. And outfits 26 to 30 are impossible to unlock even with the cheat code, because even though they are written in the game's code and such, and even the textures exist, they are not in the fucking game. So that's it. Also, I just want to add that there was like a placeholder thing. There was legitimately a placeholder fucking thing of like in development things for the skaters and such. And what is fucking amazing about that is that while most of them are TBD names and they all have the same sort of, location and such, they have unique names. I'm gonna name them to you right now. They're great fucking names. Those names are Alf Hucker, Sal, Mike Oxwelling, Fairy Fury, F-R-A-R-Y at the end, and my favorite, Boner Petite. We could have gotten the skater an MTV Sports Skateboarding featuring Annie McDonald called Boner Petite. BMX Triple X ain't got nothing on Boner Petite. But that's it. That's everything of this game. Except multiplayer. Which I will show off only one mode of. Okay, well, it's more like I'm only going to be doing, not doing the battle one. Because the battle one is just score. I mean, it lowers the opponents get more score, but there's no point to it. Time Bomb's unique in a way because 6-5 timer, you pass it off to people, it's hot potato, essentially. That's how you win. MTV Hunt is MTV Hunt, except it's a race to get, 10 before the other person, essentially. And Deathmatch is a one where you knock people over, and you just get about 4 knockouts, I believe, and you win. The way it works, however, is interesting, and those power-ups are going to be unique as well to look at. I can also select any characters I want right now from here, from this emulator, which is great. I can't play as the emulated, the second player, but I don't care. I can choose any of these levels right now. There are a small few levels to choose from. You can't play any level that you've unlocked. Even though I have the cheat on right now, essentially what's going on is, well, you only get a set number of levels to play that they have selected for you, and you get to go through all of them in all the modes except MTV Hunt. In MTV Hunt, you actually only have 3 levels to choose from. One of them is an MTV Hunt level. The other 2 aren't. That one's going to be interesting to look at. But right now, here is Battle Mode. Well, this is what we gotta do here is just knock people out with the power-ups. We have 4 power-ups in total in this mode. And the one I'm starting off with is this plasma ball thing. But before I go and deal with this, I'm going to go ahead and knock the person over. I'm going to run into this skater and knock them over and see what happens. Because the whole point of this is to knock people over, right? Well, no. If you just knock them over, it doesn't do shit. You have to use the power-ups to actually knock them down. This plasma will go faster if you aim it just right. It will just hum in right into them, like that. Otherwise, it goes by pretty slow and just bounces around for a while. There's some others like the grenades right here. The grenades you can throw a shit ton of and they'll bounce all over the fucking place. This can be useful. In fact, I believe it's the most overpowered of all of them, really. Except for the 8-ball. The 8-ball is like the grenade, except it always throws forward, not just bounces around. And if you can get some good direct shots, it can go a long distance too. So this power-up can really fuck people up if you know what you're doing with it. And the last one is a mine, which is very low on its range, but stays on the ground for a long time. So if the skater runs into it, they will get fucked. That is the worst weapon to have. Don't even use it. Now, the weapons do change up every now and then. However, for me, at this point, they just stop changing for whatever reason, which sucks. Because I want to show off the mine now, but the only locations for mines happen to be in a location that's up top. And now we get into the camera here. The camera beforehand was really shitty. It was very drunk, it was very tipsy, it was just really fucking sickening to look at. Much like Gravity Gains Bike. But when you have 2-player on, much like Gravity Gains Bike, they zoom it the fuck out. And they keep the camera problems going on for that as well. Basically, the multiplayer here is similar to Gravity Gains Bike, though I'm willing to suggest that the multiplayer here is a bit better than Gravity Gains Bike, because at the very least, the multiplayer modes here are a bit more creative. Not by much, though. Also, you saw I did stop somewhat. Doesn't happen often, though, as you will see here. I'm holding down completely. It just keeps me going forward the entire time. Sometimes I can control it, other times I can't. It's fucking shit. It's bad. But what can you fucking do? So yeah, I spent my time trying to get this fucking mine pickup, which I eventually do. But because of how far it is, it's also hard to judge. And also I'm actually going a lot faster than normal, huh? No, that's just the fisheye lens effect of this camera right now. Because you're actually going the same speed you were going beforehand, but because it's so zoomed out, it looks like you're actually going faster than normal. Which, then you get up a ramp, and it looks like you're going much slower than normal when you're going up a fucking vert ramp. It's really bad. Anyway, these are the mines. They're, you know, shit, you can go through them yourself, but go up close to the one of them, and boom, there you go. 4 hits, that's it. So that was that mode. Now it's time for the, I'm not doing MTV Hunt until like the last one. I believe it was the Time Bomb one that's next. And for Time Bomb, this was a game featuring Andy McDonald, who was a professional skateboarder. And you know what? I don't like the fact his name's on this. I also don't like the fact his name is on another really fucking bad skateboarding game. Andy happens to be on 2 bad skateboarding games, and that's fucking it. So you know what? I'm gonna smack some sense in this motherfucker, and I'm gonna put some bombs on his ass. Also, here are all the levels that exist for all these modes except MTV Hunt. Doesn't have the unlocked areas. Doesn't have all the levels that we've unlocked, you know, from Lifestyle and from MTV Hunt. It's only a select few. But hey, I'm holding the bomb now, and the bomb icon is in reverse. I'm not joking, you can barely see it, but no, it is in the front. I was wrong. I thought it was backwards, but so far away and so fucking pixelated you can barely see that. But hey, I knocked into him, and now he has the bomb. Which means now, if the time runs out, he will die. It is literally just hot potato. And it goes on for a really dumb amount of time, about 96 seconds or whatever, so yeah, you just kind of wait. Well, 64 seconds actually, I believe it was. But yeah, weird number to have. You know what? While I wait, I'm a style on Andy McDonald, because seriously, I'm doing this just to make myself feel better, because after all the shit I've experienced on his fucking game here, I feel, you know, justified in fucking clown on his ass right now while he blows up. The game couldn't handle it. It had to lag there. And now MTV Hunt, which I'm going to show the two maps that weren't in MTV Hunt, but apparently do have MTV Hunt locations. Which is fucking weird. And in fact, when you go into the MTV Hunt menu here, you'll find the one that we have done does show it's completed and does show we got the board, but not with these two. Murphy's Playhouse and Devil's Ridge have MTV Hunt icons as well, apparently, but only in multiplayer. I don't know why, but I'm going to go through and complete these just for the sake of getting it out of the way. So, here's the additional thing in multiplayer. In these two in particular, there's no boards. There's no board pickups here. When it comes to MTV Hunt levels, this and Devil's Ridge or whatever are the only maps that don't have board pickups, but do have MTV Hunt pickups. They do have the MTV logos. And as you can see, it really is just MTV Hunt again. Get 10, you win. Except now you have an AI who's also hoping to hunt for 10. You still have, you know, the 5-minute timer, however, so you can't fuck around. You have to get the 10. But, yeah, this is the same thing as usual. But it's just really interesting how the multiplayer doesn't have all the regular MTV Hunt areas, even though you would think it would have for multiplayer. Especially the big ones. Also great positions here. Really dick spots for some of these. But, yeah, for this one, it actually has some challenge to it. I will admit that. You kind of have to make some transfers and such for it, which sucks. But at least it has some challenge, which I can somewhat appreciate. The next one I can't say the same for. In fact, the next one might honestly be as easy as the mole. It's very fucking embarrassing. Anyway, after I complete this, I'm gonna go into the Devil's Ridge one, which was a pretty small competition area. For some reason they have MTV Hunt icons for multiplayer only. So I get through this one, which by the way, this was the first level. If you do what I did to get Outfit 21 and the MTV icon, the MTV Sport I mean, you end up skipping that one. You end up skipping that level. Hope it's plant, whatever. But, now we're in the Ridge. And almost all of the MTV icons are just really out in the open and easy for you to just walk into, essentially. The placements of these ones makes it so easy. Even the CPU, the second player that isn't being controlled at all, can get a few and then bail from that. So, yeah, this is so insultingly easy that even though I fuck up, even though some of these are also in dickish spots, and even though the grinding still sucks, even with all of those issues, and even with this ramp here being awkward to even grind on, as you will see right about now, I grind and I just bail there, thanks. But even with all of that crap, they're so all over the place and so easy to get that you can just, you know, skate into the majority of these and win. Why the fuck is this a multiplayer MTV hunt map? Why isn't any of the other MTV hunt maps used for this? I mean, I saw a few in the multiplayer, but for some reason it's not. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care anymore. You wanna know why? Because we, in our way, 100% this fucking game, we have seen all the uniqueness we can from this fucking game, and now I can end it with the credits, which is going to play the song from the opening, and also has a music video here, which I can't play. I can't show this shit. I wish I could, but unfortunately, I can't. Because YouTube will block it worldwide. This is the second attempt of recording. My original recording, I wanted to, you know, really, you know, keep shit going with that, but unfortunately I couldn't, because of that recording, I didn't know about Outfit 21. But hey, now I know. And you know what? I don't have to do a part 5. I can end it right here, because I have 100% this game. Because any other unlockables are impossible to unlock because developers did not put unlock requirements in for them. And the other 5 outfits aren't even in the fucking game. They're listed, the textures are there, but they're not in the fucking game. And Outfit 21, for whatever stupid fucking reason, is just Outfit 22. I hate this game. I fucking hate this game. I hate all the time I spent with this game. I hate how painful, how much of a miserable experience it was to play this fucking game. And I never want to play this game ever again. And I don't think you should either. I think the effort I put into playing this for you is enough. But if you sincerely want to take your time with this, go ahead and play the Dreamcast or PS1 version. Don't play the PC version unless you have a really old computer that can work for it. Play the PS1 version. Because that's what this was made for first, from the fucking coding shit, by the way. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. We're doing a new Let's Play next time. I'll see you then for that.